Donald Trump has announced his picks for various economic and diplomatic roles in the next administration. On the economic side, Trump has chosen Andrew Ferguson to chair the Federal Trade Commission. He's also picked Mark Meador to serve as an FTC commissioner. He's tapped Congressman Dan Bishop of North Carolina to serve as deputy director for budget at the Office of Management and Budget. Ed Martin would serve as chief of staff at the OMB, and Jacob Hellberg is his pick for undersecretary of state for economic growth, energy, and the environment. On the diplomatic side, Trump has chosen former Fox News host Kimberly Guilfoyle for U.S. ambassador to Greece. Guilfoyle has been romantically linked to Trump's son, Donald Jr. He's also selected former private equity executive Tom Barrack for ambassador to Turkey. Barrack was previously charged with acting as an unregistered foreign agent for the United Arab Emirates, but was acquitted on all charges. President-elect Donald Trump's controversial defense secretary pick appears to be gaining support on Capitol Hill. Pete Hegseth has continued to deny accusations of sexual assault and workplace misconduct, while trying to highlight with Republican lawmakers his history in the military and how he plans to lead the Defense Department. Senator Joni Ernst, who previously expressed doubt about Hegseth and his stance on women in the military, said she would now support him through the confirmation process. In a Fox News interview Tuesday, Hegseth tried to backpedal on recent comments he made about women in combat.
I also want an opportunity here to clarify comments that have been misconstrued that I somehow don't support women in the military. Some of our greatest warriors, our best warriors out there are women. I look forward to being a secretary for all our warriors, men and women, for the amazing contributions they make in our military.
CBS News political reporter Taurean Small joins me now. So to clarify, one of the comments Hegseth came most under fire was specifically about women in combat roles, not just broadly women in the military. And I want to play a clip from a podcast he was on just last month.
Because I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles. It hasn't made us more effective, hasn't made us more lethal, has made fighting more complicated.
So he said on Fox News those comments have been misconstrued. They seem pretty clear to me. So what is he saying now about women in combat? Does it appear he's trying to soften his previous comments?
Well, Lindsay, we know that he is having these discussions, clearing up those comments with senators, including Senator John Cornyn. Today said that he talked specifically about those comments, and he was told by Hegseth that he meant women in the military should go through the same vetting process as men in the military. And to Cornyn and other Senate Republicans who are launching their support for him, that appears to be a good enough excuse.
Why does there appear to be a shifting of tides when it comes to Republican support for Hegseth?
Yeah, I think what's interesting is Joni Ernst of Iowa. That's a senator who has previously expressed her reservations about supporting Hegseth because she's not only a veteran herself, but she was also a victim of sexual assault. Some of these allegations gave her pause. But recently, we've seen her come forward saying that she is supporting him through this process, and she's supporting him seeing a confirmation hearing, but she is still non-committal about whether or not she will be voting to confirm him to the position. Senate Democrats, though, believe that this could be the doing of Donald Trump, that a lot of these Republicans who are on the fence could be pressured by the incoming president. Take a listen to what Senator Blumenthal said about this today.
I think my Republican colleagues are really deeply troubled. And to be really blunt, if the fear of Donald Trump and his potential retribution were less, there's no question that this nomination would go down and go down heavily.
You think they're being leveraged to vote yes?
The pressure is just overwhelming, almost beyond words.
Now, Senator Ernst herself wouldn't say whether or not she had conversations with Donald Trump about this confirmation. But again, like Democrats are expressing, it appears that the president may be playing a role in moving these confirmations through the Senate halls. In fact, we saw the Trump War Room release a new hype video. They're calling it really looking to shore up support for Hegseth moving forward.
I do want to ask you lastly about Senator Mitch McConnell. We know he fell earlier Tuesday. Do we know anything more on how he's doing?
Yeah, McConnell's staff told CBS News that the former GOP speaker is doing fine after that fall. He tripped and fell and apparently hurt his hand. He had a sprained wrist as well as a minor cut to his face. Our Hill team saw him walking the halls. He was walking with a bandaged wrist and a slight bandage on his face. This is obviously some scary news for some, as he suffered a pretty serious medical emergency in 2023 where he was hospitalized after a fall. He also had a freezing incident happen sometime later that summer, but the 82-year-old is apparently doing good. That's his words, what he told our staff when he was on the Hill.
Okay, Taurean Small, thank you.